I pretended to be hearing impaired for 3 years just to find out what people really thought of me, and it destroyed my whole family. It began during 10th grade when I got a serious ear infection that left me unable to hear for about 2 weeks. During that time, I taught myself to read lips, and I discovered something chilling. People say vile things when they think you can't hear them. My hearing eventually returned, but I never told a soul. The first thing I overheard was my closest friend, Megan, calling me useless behind my back. While we sat side by side at lunch, she told another classmate how draining it was to pretend she cared about my problems. "She's so clingy," Megan mouthed, just as I stared at my tray, pretending not to listen. My parents were worse. At dinner, they'd whisper to each other, "She's constantly falling behind," my mother would mouth, and my father would nod and mutter, "It's probably just a phase." But that wasn't even the worst. My older sister, Olivia, the golden child, top grades, varsity soccer captain, early acceptance to a prestigious university. I thought we were close. I was wrong. One evening, Olivia invited her boyfriend over to study. I was in the living room pretending to do homework. They sat at the dining table within my full view. "Is she always this pathetic?" the boyfriend asked, nodding toward me. Olivia laughed. "More or less," she replied. "Mum and Dad are investing everything in me. It's easier when I'm the successful one, not her." Her boyfriend smirked. "So you don't mind?" he asked. She shrugged. "Makes life simpler. They expect nothing from me, everything from you." Inside, I was boiling. For 3 years, I quietly recorded every hateful whisper. My relatives even made bets on whether I'd graduate high school. My counselor gently told colleagues I had no future prospects. My grandmother confided to my mom that she was too embarrassed to introduce me at her book club. I swallowed it all, until the night of Olivia's graduation party. Every relative was there to celebrate her admission to medical school. I sat alone in a corner playing the broken, disabled sister. That's when I heard my parents speaking to my uncle. "Honestly, we're relieved," Dad said. "Now we only have to support one kid. We'll pour everything into Olivia's future." Mom nodded. "The other one," she said, meaning me, "will probably qualify for disability aid anyway." I felt cold. They were plotting my abandonment. I got up and walked into the center of the room. I clapped loudly. "Can everyone hear that?" I asked, voice strong. Silence filled the room. Olivia paled. I looked each of them in the eye. "I've heard everything," I said. "Every insult, every whisper, for the last 3 years." I pulled out my phone and played recordings, their conversations, their plans. Tears sprang to Olivia's eyes. "We didn't know what to do. We panicked," Mom stammered. "It wasn't like that," Dad mumbled. I shook my head. "It was exactly like that. I picked up my graduation present, a cheap, thoughtless trinket they grabbed last minute, and handed it back. Here, you'll need it now that you only have one daughter to care about." I turned and walked away. I never returned. 5 years later, I'm finishing a master's degree in counseling psychology. Olivia dropped out of med school after 2 years. Apparently, she couldn't cope when my parents stopped doing everything for her. They tried reaching out recently, claiming they never meant any of it. But I still have all those recordings. Sometimes people ask if I regret faking deafness. My answer is simple. I regret that it had to cost me my family, but I don't regret finding out who they really were.